didn't hit his girlfriend. He didn't scream at her in public. He didn't even cheat, which, honestly, made him harder to detect. Miriam met Daniel in second year of university, the year people either fall in love or fall apart, sometimes both. She was the quiet girl in class, not mysterious, just quiet. The kind lecturers liked because she submitted assignments early and never argued. Her life was simple: wake up, attend lectures, study, graduate top of her class, make her mother proud, avoid unnecessary drama. Then, Daniel sat beside her, and unnecessary drama found her. Daniel was handsome in a very controlled way. Not loud, not flashy, just polished. He spoke slowly, like he didn't waste words. He dressed neatly. He made eye contact like he was scanning your soul for weaknesses. The first time he spoke to her, he glanced at her notebook and said, "You write like you are preparing for war." Miriam blinked. "What?" "Everything is organized, structured, calculated." He smiled. "I like it." That sentence entered her bloodstream. He started walking her to class. He carried her books. He sent sweet good morning messages. He told her she was different. And when you're a quiet girl who has spent most of her life blending into walls, different feels like oxygen. Chioma, her best friend, noticed immediately. "Miriam," Chioma said one afternoon, squinting at Daniel across campus, "that one walks like he owns people." Miriam laughed. "You're dramatic." "No, I'm observant." "He's nice." Chioma folded her arms. "Nice men don't stare like that." "How does he stare?" "Like he's calculating." Miriam rolled her eyes. "You watch too many crime documentaries." Chioma shrugged. "And you fall in love too easily." Miriam wasn't in love. Not yet. She was just grateful, which is sometimes worse. The first red flag did not wave. It whispered. They were sitting under a tree one sunny afternoon when Daniel asked casually, "Who was that guy laughing with you?" "Samuel, lab partner." Daniel nodded slowly. "I don't like the way he looks at you." Miriam frowned. "He doesn't look at me." Daniel tilted his head slightly. "You don't notice these things." There was no anger in his voice, just calm superiority. She felt small. "I'm not accusing you," he added softly. "I just care." Care, that's what again? Miriam apologized. She didn't know why she apologized. Later that week, she moved seats in lab. Samuel asked, "Did I do something?" "No, I just wanted space." That night, Daniel texted her, "Thank you for respecting my feelings." She felt butterflies in her stomach. She told herself that was love. 2 weeks later, Miriam cancelled dinner plans with her friends for the third time. Chioma stormed into her hostel room like a federal agent. "Sit down," Chioma said dramatically. "I'm already sitting." "Good, stay there." Miriam laughed nervously. "What's wrong with you?" "What's wrong with you?" Chioma shot back. "You've cancelled 3 times. 3? Why not your side chicks?" Miriam sighed. "Daniel just feels left out sometimes." Chioma froze. "Left out of what? Oxygen?" Miriam tried not to smile. "He says I'm always busy." "You are busy. You're in university." "He just wants to spend time with me." Chioma stared at her carefully. "Miriam, does he have friends?" "Yes." "Does he cancel them for you?" "That's different," Miriam protested. "How?" "It just is." Chioma leaned closer. "Has he ever made you feel guilty for seeing us?" Miriam hesitated, and that hesitation told Chioma everything. "Miriam, he's just sensitive," she said quickly. Chioma leaned back. "And you're shrinking." Miriam laughed it off, but later that night, she looked at herself in the mirror and noticed she was wearing beige again. She used to love yellow. When did that change? Daniel never said, "Don't wear bright colors." He said, "You look beautiful in softer tones." Daniel never said, "Stop talking to your friends." He said, "I just don't think they understand our relationship." Daniel never said, "Don't stay late in the studio." He said, ambition is good, but don't let it distract you from what matters. What mattered apparently was him. One night outside the library, he raised his voice. Not loudly, just enough to attract attention. You said you'll be done by 8. It's 8:15. I'll be waiting. You didn't say you were coming. His jaw tightened. Lower your voice, he said sharply. Students turned. Later, in the car, she whispered, You embarrassed me. He blinked slowly. I didn't shout. You did. No, I spoke firmly. She replayed the scene in her head. Had he shouted? Maybe she exaggerated it. You're too sensitive lately, he added calmly. But I'm sorry if I felt I shouted at you. I'm sorry. That was what she needed to hear to tell herself another lie, that he was a good man just looking out for her. By the time graduation came, Miriam had seen enough signs to fill a notebook. But red flags look less red when you've already defended them for 2 years. On signing out day, Daniel knelt down with a ring and proposed to her in front of everyone. Miriam, please make me the happiest man on earth by becoming my wife. Her friends thought she was going to say no, but surprisingly, she shouted, Yes, yes, I will marry you. Chioma called her that evening. Girl, have you lost it? Why would you want to settle down with someone like that? He's controlling and you won't be able to chase your dreams. But Miriam only looked at the diamond on her finger and said, He's a good man, Chioma. When we get married, I'm sure things will change. 3 days after the proposal, Daniel told her to start making arrangements for the wedding. This is too sudden, she said. I thought I was supposed to get a job first. But Daniel was steady, reassuring, logical. He said, marriage won't stop your dreams. Marriage will support them. Marriage will protect them. He said protect like it was holy. So she said, okay. The wedding was beautiful. Daniel looked perfect. Miriam looked hopeful. People congratulated her. People say many things. Marriage did not make him worse immediately. It made him comfortable. He didn't need to convince her anymore. He already had her. He didn't like when she stayed out long. Just update me, he'd say. He didn't like when Chioma visited too often. She doesn't respect our boundaries. He didn't like when her mother called at night. It's disruptive. Then he stopped her from going outside completely. He linked her WhatsApp to his phone and installed a tracker on her device. He would call sweetly on his way back from work. What do you want from the grocery, honey? He went to the market himself, but he got angry when she greeted the neighbors. You don't have to try so hard. They already know you live next door and you are married. She felt embarrassed. One afternoon, a company she had applied to called her. Hello, is this Miss Miriam? We would like you to come for an interview on Monday if you are still open to the position. She was overjoyed. That evening, she told Daniel. He scoffed. Are you lacking anything? Don't I give you a monthly allowance of 500,000 naira? Why do you want to stress yourself with work when you have to give birth? You should focus on getting pregnant. She accepted his decision because she believed marriage was about compromise. The signs were no longer signs. They were warnings. One day, Daniel drove her to the supermarket. An old coursemate, Michael, spotted her and came over to greet her. Daniel was at the other side of the store picking tomatoes when he saw her laughing with Michael. He rushed over, grabbed her by the back of her neck and dragged her outside. He shoved her into the car. Everyone stopped to look. Daniel didn't care. When they got home, he ordered her to strip. He poured cold water on her. I wash you clean from every Ashawa spirit. You will not be like your friends. You are married and you must always remember that. When he was done, he made food for her and said calmly, I'm just protecting what is mine. From that day, no more going out, not even with him. Doors and blinds must always be closed when he was at work. She could only call her mother. Chioma was banned from the house. She must always obey. No questions. Her heart grew heavy as she realized she had confused control with care. The next day, while Daniel was at work, she called Chioma. Her voice was shaking. I think I need help. There was no I told you so. There was no lecture. Just silence. Then, okay, Chioma said calmly. Tell me what to do. They planned carefully. Documents first, savings next, a safe place to stay. They spoke in code. Have you watered the plant? Meant, did you transfer the money? Is the weather stable? Meant, is he suspicious? Every day she felt like she was rehearsing freedom. The day she left, Daniel came home to silence. No broken plates, no screaming note, just absence. Her side of the closet was empty, her documents gone, her phone off. He called. Voicemail. He sent long messages, calm at first, then irritated, then wounded, then angry. You're overreacting. You will regret this. You are proving my point. He tried logic, he tried guilt, he tried superiority. But for the first time, he had no audience. Daniel tried to date again after some time. He believed he was the reasonable one, the stable one, the victim of overly emotional women. But something had shifted. The women he met were not Miriam. They asked questions, they kept their jobs, they kept their friends. One woman laughed when he said, I don't like when my partner goes out too much. She blinked at him. That sounds like a you problem. Another woman responded to, you are too sensitive with, no, I just have boundaries. Daniel found himself explaining more, convincing more, defending more. He wasn't used to that. He was used to quiet girls who apologized. The new women did not apologize. They debated. They disagreed. They left early if uncomfortable. Daniel called them difficult. Strong women call that self-respect. Meanwhile, Miriam rented a beautiful one-room apartment. It wasn't glamorous, but it was hers. The first night alone, she cried. Not because she missed him, but because she finally felt silence that didn't judge her. She dressed in her favorite colors. She got a job with a good salary. She felt light and alive again. She even started making videos on social media teaching young girls how to identify control disguised as love. Miriam finally understood what she had regained, and that was enough. See you in my next story. Don't forget to click the subscription button and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed this story.